Welcome back to another episode of Just Podding Around. I'm your host, Reese Williams. The Royal Rumble is one of the longest running shows in WWE history, dating back to 1988. In that time, there's been some good, some bad, and some in-between Royal Rumble matches, and today, we're ranking the top 10 worst. Let's dive in, shall we? At number 10, we have the 1999 Royal Rumble match. This Rumble was less of a match and more of a vehicle for the Vince McMahon vs Steve Austin rivalry. McMahon entered as the number 2 entrant and spent the majority of the match outside the ring, hiding or running away. This left the actual in-ring action with mid-card talent to fill the gaps, resulting in a lackluster match. The finish, Vince McMahon dumping Austin over the top rope with help from The Rock, felt more like a Monday Night Raw angle than a climactic Rumble moment. The storytelling overshadowed everything else, leaving fans feeling cheated. At number 9 is the 1995 Royal Rumble. 1 minute intervals between entrants killed the pacing of this match. Instead of building suspense, eliminations happened so quickly that it became impossible to invest in the action. Shawn Michaels' Iron Man performance, entering at number 1 and winning, was revolutionary at the time. However, the roster was severely depleted, with talents like Mantor and Aldo Montoya filling the spots. The finish, while iconic, felt like the only truly memorable moment in a rushed, underwhelming match. The 2011 Royal Rumble comes in at number 8. The promise of a 40-man Royal Rumble sounded exciting on paper, but in execution it was bloated with filler. Several comedy entrants like Hornswoggle diluted the seriousness of the match, and the star power was spread too thin. Alberto Del Rio's victory came off as unearned, with many fans feeling the match was designed more to pad his resume than deliver an engaging story. The lack of impactful surprises and stakes made this Rumble feel like a missed opportunity. The inaugural Royal Rumble, coming in at number 7, was an experiment with only 20 participants and no stakes for the winner. The match was broadcast on USA Network rather than pay-per-view, and it felt like a test run for future events. While moments like Hacksaw Jim Duggan's win were fun, the match lacked drama and purpose, especially compared to what the Rumble would become in later years. It's a curiosity worth revisiting, but not one that holds up as a great match. At number 6, the 2015 Royal Rumble is infamous for WWE's mishandling of fan expectations. Daniel Bryan was eliminated early, enraging fans who saw him as a rightful winner. Roman Reigns' victory was met with deafening boos as the audience rejected WWE's attempts to position him as the next face of the company. Even The Rock, who came out to endorse Reigns, couldn't salvage the situation. The overwhelming backlash from fans made this Rumble a train wreck for WWE. The 1993 Royal Rumble comes in at number 5 and marked the first time the match carried stakes, with the winner earning a WrestleMania title shot. However, the action was slow and the roster lacked depth. Yokozuna dominated, but his slow pace made the match feel like a slog. The ending, with Yokozuna eliminating Randy Savage in a nonsensical manner, left fans scratching their heads. While Yokozuna will go on to have a memorable WrestleMania moment, this Rumble failed to deliver. The Rumble that took place on 2012 comes in at number 4, and that leaned heavily on comedy, with announcers Michael Cole, Jerry Lawler and Booker T entering the match. While these moments were entertaining in isolation, they detracted from the overall seriousness of the event. The match also felt like it lacked direction, with few long-lasting rivalries or stories being built. Sheamus winning over Chris Jericho was a surprise, but it didn't carry the weight of a star-making moment. leaving fans with little to remember. The 1996 Rumble had an underwhelming roster dominated by mid-card gimmicks like the Ringmaster, the future Stone Cold Steve Austin, Jake the Dumpster Droese, and Barry Horowitz. Shawn Michaels' second consecutive Rumble victory felt inevitable, and while his performance was strong, the match lacked excitement or unpredictability. Even stars like Diesel and The Undertaker didn't feel like major threats, leaving the entire match feeling one-dimensional. The 2014 Rumble is a textbook example of WWE ignoring its fans. Daniel Bryan, the clear fan favourite, wasn't even in the match, leading to boos that overshadowed the entire event. Batista's victory as a returning veteran was supposed to be triumphant, but instead it was met with hostility from a crowd that wanted Bryan. Rey Mysterio, a usually beloved figure, was booed mercilessly when he entered at number 30 because fans realised Bryan wasn't coming. The crowd's rejection turned this Rumble into one of WWE's most embarrassing moments. And coming in at the number 1 spot is a 2006 Rumble, which had Rey Mysterio's emotional victory as its centerpiece, but the match was poorly executed. Mysterio, entering at number 2 and lasting an hour, was an impressive feat, but the pacing dragged, and the ring felt too overcrowded with lower card talent. The finish, with Mysterio eliminating Triple H and Randy Orton, felt predictable and lacked drama. WWE's over-reliance on Rey's underdog status in the months that followed didn't help matters, making this Rumble feel more like an obligation than a highlight. And that's our expanded list of the 10 worst Royal Rumble matches. While the Royal Rumble is a cornerstone of WWE, not every match can be classic. Did we miss one you'd include? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe and for more deep dives into the world of wrestling. Until next time, keep slamming.